We're smooth 98.1 FM. Good morning and welcome to Business Express. It is time to get everything business on the way this morning. And I've been joined this morning by Daisy Erharhire, Customer Representative Specialist at Raven Bank. Good morning, Daisy. How are you?
Good morning, Omas. Good morning, Lagos. Good to be here once again. I'm probably last time, but yeah.
Okay, well, let's get business started this morning. And I understand you have oil matters in your mind, and that's what we have to work on this morning. So, what exactly is a bit about oil, and why is it subsidy that is driving you into maybe wanting to talk about oil this morning?
No, but I think what first of all got me interested was the fact that I didn't know that Edo actually had a refinery. And it's interesting to know that they are coming out to say that they are very much in a capacity to boost Nigeria's economy in respect to our oil production here in Nigeria. And I think that would be like a great one, a plus for the country as a whole, if we can start taking our refineries seriously, investing in our refineries more, and of course, reduce the rate at which we're importing um, oil from other countries, and which in return would reduce certain costs in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Rory said, we know that money resources is not a problem for Nigeria. It's just the spending. How do we utilize the resources that we have? Do we have the right people there to ensure that the resources are being utilized right properly? So if the different states that have their refineries already set up and it's built to standard are very much capable of helping our own, sorry about that, helping us produce our own oil, then I think that's a great advantage for the country as a whole. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it anyway.
Okay, so this pretty much brings us to the issue as someone who should know better, who talks about local content and everything. I'm talking about Simbi Wabote. Looks at these refineries you spotted in around Edo State, and it seemed to say these refineries are poised to increase Nigeria's refinery capacity. What do you really can we run with this?
Okay, so I think yeah, yes, because like I earlier stated, if every refinery in the country that's one in both in Lagos, Delta, Port Harcourt, Edo as
Hmm.
well, and come together, produce help in production of oil in our country, definitely it will boost economics growth, economics development in the long run. We would reduce the dependency we have on oil importation from other countries, right? We would reduce the costs that we spend in importing fuel oil from other countries into our own end. So um if everyone can come together and ensure that we can work together, we meet the environmental compliance regulations, whatever regulations has been put in place in the oil and gas sector to ensure that every refinery is built to standard and very much capable to produce oil in our country, then I think yes, it will have a very great impact in Nigeria in different ways, both job opportunities as well. We'll look at to definitely make us have to look at our energy supply with respect to electricity because we need to have like constant lights in these various environments to ensure that production is ongoing and going on smoothly. So yeah, I think him coming out to say this is it feels good and I'm hoping it's something that would work out at the end of the day.
But then, what do you think of the role these refineries you spotted around Edo State would be in boosting Nigeria's refining capacity by 2025? And as you take that also, I want you to also link up the fact we are still waiting for the 650,000 capacity, barrels per day capacity Dangote refinery too. So it just seems most times we get to hear of these refineries, but we're waiting to feel the impacts.
Okay, I missed the first question, the first line of question you dropped.
No, we're looking at it from the point where we're saying these refineries you spotted already in Edo State, they impact the role in terms of helping to boost Nigeria's refining capacity by 2025. And then I wanted you to also not forget we've got a 650,000 barrels per day capacity refinery yet to begin to bring in crude refining for Nigeria. That's the Dangote refinery too.
Okay, so if we're looking at the goal set, I think it's possible because study shows that for the different refineries we have, I think currently if you put every one of them together, Nigeria can currently produce 1.5 barrels per day across from different states if they are functioning, right?
Mm,
Yes, we are still looking at the recent one that was just launched, Dangote Refinery, which is currently the highest
mm,
expected refinery to produce the highest barrels per day. So um since the launch, I mean, even before the launch, everybody has been anticipating that
mhm,
launch. And after the launch, we've been looking out for actions. Okay, when the production start, when do we see the impact of the refinery that has been built and all of that. So I really don't know what has been delaying, the process of production, but I want to believe that they are doing their checks, they're doing ensuring that every regulation, compliance, everything is checked before they say, okay, they are good to go. Because of course they have to do look at for security measures, ensure that they are complying with environmental regulations as well. Because as much as the refinery is situated at a very far end away from homes, it is still somewhat close to homes. Explosion can go as far as any length. You never can tell. So we have to ensure that all of these things are in check. Their security is also put in place because we've had
mhm,
cases where people have actually gone to attack refineries in the past. So we want to ensure that all of those are actually cut out before production kicks off. But apart from this, I can't really point out all these are other reasons why we are slowing down on from production. But whatever it is, my own take would be everything should be looked into properly before production starts. We want the production to kick off. We can have refineries and but they're not useful to us. They're not useful to citizens. We are still spending so much on importing from other countries. And at the end of the day, spending so much money when we have all these things in check. So let's push in funds into our infrastructures and into our pipelines and transportation system, ensure that everything is in place for those refineries to function properly before they
mm.
kick off with production. So whatever it is the government has to do, please by all means they should go ahead and do so we can enjoy what we have.
All right. I see a bit of a message dropped in for you already, but I just want those who are still wondering how they can be part of this conversation on Business Express this morning to send their thoughts over to 0809 That's where we get the WhatsApp messages relating to today's topic. And that's about the issue that an official has said that Edo Refineries is poised to increase Nigeria's refining capacity. So that, in a sense, we could say private refineries or other ones coming on board would help boost Nigeria's refining capacity. So this leads me to the next question of Nigeria's been having this issue of pipeline vandalism and oil theft. So Daisy, looking at it from this angle, if we would the a proponent, a school of thought would say, maybe we should just get them and use their knowledge if they can think about how they can distill oil locally, the crude locally. Why not bring them together, get them to get license and issue modular refining licenses to them? Do you think that would help abate the rate of oil theft?
Are you referring to the private
The illegal bunkers, seeing how you can to stop
or
oil theft.
okay, so um maybe, maybe that will work, but that would be like a lot of work as well because if we're being sincere, if we look at those bunkers, not all of them are very, very educated. They just want to just go through, the corners to just get what they want and just move on. So yeah, we can go, the government can go as far as, working with these people, which will require them to obviously give them some kind of training, of course that will be like another opportunity that give them job opportunities, and in long run, like you stated, give them license to help disseminate this oil locally amongst our citizens, since they've pretty much have they're pretty much experts at this stuff. Like they already know this stuff even without giving them any ample training or whatever. So I think that would be a plus, but like I said, it's going to take a long one because you're not just dealing with people that they are dealing with an amazing set of people. So yeah, but yeah, I think it would be a good one if we can get the government and private sectors to work with these guys as well, at least from the local level, start from the local level.
Now, before we clear the trade this morning for you, this on Business Express, let's get the listener to know we'll be ready to get messages in shortly now on 0809 444 0981. What say you? Local refineries, modular refineries coming on board would boost Nigeria's refining capacity. Do you feel the same way as you're listening right now and solve this issue of every time we go begin to queue and the lines become so snake-like and accondish in a way that just to drink fuel from the station. But anyway, Daisy, I get back to you. Can we quickly just close up this question? What impact do you think achieving a combined refining capacity, approximately like you mentioned, 1.5 million barrels per day, is that achievable? What impact would it have on the Nigerian economy?
Achievable. If I believe so. Like I said, I really believe so. Like I said initially, I think the lowest is about 110 barrels per day. And if everyone pretty much comes together, yes, we can hit our target of 1.5 by 2025. Impact on the country as a whole, it's going to the different areas. So for starters, like I said before, reduce our dependency on importing fuel from other countries, because once there's a hike, whether positive or negative in global oil prices, it affects us as well. So we don't want to find a situation where we ourselves in a situation where we're always going back and forth with prices, when we can actually produce our thing here and at our own price, and it's convenient for everybody. Then you're looking at job opportunities you can create. Um, Deciding to produce our own oil will mean that we have to employ more hands in our refinery. We have to take our refineries more seriously, work on our infrastructures as well, ensure that our pipelines are functioning properly, ensure the road system are functioning properly as well. Create room for skill development, right? These private sectors can create job opportunities for people. I mean, rather we're looking at student government given to
Oh, okay. I
colleges.
guess the line
I
better.
feel like it can work with schools as well. At the end of, oh, sorry, did you miss me?
Yeah, the network at some point, so we lost your train of thought at the moment. So you could just sum it up.
Okay, am I back?
Yes, you're good. Go ahead, Izzy.
Okay, so I was saying that the other day we're looking at we're talking about student loans that the government is going to be giving individuals to pay back after their NYC tenure. This can be an opportunity for the private sectors, refineries as well. Select suitable candidates at the end of their university period to work in just as well. Like I said before, looking at electricity supply, it means that the country, the government has to work on our electricity supply generally, because if we're going to have that kind of mass production in our country, electricity has to be constant. Then of course, just round up with this investors, attracting other investors from the other side of the world and even locally as well. So yes, these are like few areas that I believe that this would actually boost the country's growth in general. Apologies for the next structure.
Okay, so messages are here for you already, and I believe before I finish this one, some more would also pop in. So let's get this one started. Babatunde Alao saying, fixing refineries is one step forward. The other twist is to it is to supply crude with local currency to reduce the cost back home, then utilize all the byproduct effectively for local consumption. Nigeria will be great again. Babatunde Alao Now you remember, like when I mentioned these illegal bunkers, it just all they just do, all all the byproduct that comes from that process of getting the
Yeah.
crude alone, all is wasted. And even when we get our
Yeah.
crude outside to it, we only bring back what you call, we just bring back the crude, the petrol. So other byproducts, those where we refine it, it's lost there. That's their gain. So let's get in. Gilbert Musa would leave us with a message here saying from Festa, it is not about creating more refineries. Since 1995 till date, we have been having talks about turnaround maintenance of all major refineries. So then they are turning on their own. That's what it is now. The question is, are we sincere as a people to pinpoint the exact challenge concerning our refineries in Nigeria? The answer is blowing in the wind. Bring it back, wind. Let's get this one in from Victor. Victor, I see the message here from Ojota, but then thanks anyway for the compliments there. But it goes on. The federal government should encourage these illegal refineries and make them legal, give them standard to meet. They will improve their quality and importation of PMS will fizzle out, but the oil cabals won't let it be. Victor from Ojota. Would I find here? Fine, Oluboroko comes in. It says that the economy will be positively impacted if we can increase our refining capacity via modular refinery and private ones too. This will lead to more fuel supply all over the country and reduce costs. 2 more messages to go. I've got Peter from Festa. It says Nigeria politically selects are greedy and selfish. They don't want anything to work. The money spent on buying SUV lavishly would fix the abandoned refineries. Now, Yinka Bolu sums this one up for us. Are Nigerians ready to pay the true value for petrol? The answer is blowing in the wind, Daisy.
Mm. Well, it might be expensive initially, but hopefully as things unfold, maybe things will balance out. But let's see how it goes anyway.
Looks like a fine place to see how business will pan out eventually today, but I will say thank you very much, Daisy Erharhire, for always stopping by. You are from Daisy Erharhire of Customer Representative Specialist at Raven Bank. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you all once again for listening. And you too.
And to everyone who sent in messages, we say we appreciate you. Let's do this again tomorrow at 6:30. My name is Omatseye Atsenuwa. Good morning.
Music, love life.